Okay, we're going to be looking at section 10.4. This is point slope form. These are the learning objectives listed here. We're going to determine the equation of a line given 2 points. We're going to have some vocabulary terms that we will look at. We're going to graph linear equations given slope and a point. We're going to use point slope form to write the equation of a line in slope and point slope form. We're going to use the point slope form to write the equation of a line given its slope and a point on the line. We're going to use point slope form to write the equation of a line given 2 points on the line, and we're going to write equations of parallel and perpendicular lines. Okay, so this first description is giving you the equation of a line in standard form, which we've seen, and slope-intercept form. This is the most common, easiest to graph, which we've seen. Okay, you have an example here of them going through how to graph it. Given this slope, they are describing it as rise over run. The top number tells you to go up or down. The bottom tells you to go left or right. There are 2 ways to write it. Either you can put that negative on the top or the bottom. It works the same. The number is going to be negative either way. And then here are the 2 descriptions. The first one, move 4 units to the right and 3 down. So they're doing the bottom first. They're going right and then down 3. So if I go right 4, down 3 because the 4 is positive, down because the 3 is negative, you get this, and you still end up at this point. Or you can do positive 3, negative 4. So this means 3 down and 4 right. So either way, we're going right. So down 3 and then right 4. Now normally, okay, because we want to go left to right. That's why they're doing the right first. So we're going to go right and then down, or we go down and then right. Either way, they could have went, yeah, I guess so. Okay, so this is how to graph that. Point slope form is another form of the equation. It comes from slope form. So if you have the slope, this is just describing you how to get that new equation. You just multiply by the bottom on both sides, and it will appear here. And this is the equation that you get, okay, which we call point slope form. Here is an example of a slope and a point. They're going to plug it in for you, walk you through the process, which I will do that for you. And then here is that equation again. Point slope form is y minus y1 equals m, the slope, times the quantity x minus x1. So here are some examples provided by Hawk. I'm taking you through point slope form, giving you a slope, giving you a point. And then sometimes you will be given 2 points. And I think that's coming up. Yeah, so now we're going to find it given 2 points. So when you have 2 points, first you will use the slope formula to find the slope. And then plug that slope in to point slope form and use either one of the points. It doesn't matter. So here at the bottom, they're giving you an example where they give you 2 points right here. They are going to find the slope of those, and then they're going to use the first point and come up with the equation here in standard form. And then they use the second point with the same slope, and they get the same equation. So it doesn't matter which one you use, but you can do both to check your work. Or you can just plug in the other points to check your work. Either way is fine, but just note, if you have 2 points, you can pick either one and it should work. Normally I pick the one with the smaller values or the one that is positive, if I can do all positive. So here's some examples, finding the equation of the line, given the line itself. So we just kind of pick some points off the line and then graph it. And they're going through this, which we'll do together. And then parallel and perpendicular. Most people say parallel lines don't cross, they never intersect. It's true, but at this level, you need to understand that parallel lines have the same slope. It's here in bold. That's the most important part. That's going to help you to identify or be able to write equations of lines knowing that they have the same slope. And then perpendicular, it says they cross at a 90-degree angle. The thing that you need to know here is that their slopes are negative reciprocal, which is another way to say opposite reciprocal. So if you're given a positive, your slope is going to be negative. Reciprocal just means to flip it. So invert it, turn it upside down. If you have a whole number, for example, if you have the number 2 and you want to flip that, 2 as a fraction will be 2 over 1. If you flip that, it will become 1 over 2. So here is some illustrations of parallel. Here's an equation, and they give you another equation. The slope is the same, the 2 and the 2. Here's another example with perpendicular. Here's 1, 2 over 3. They flip it, 3 over 2, and change it the opposite sign to negative. So if it was already negative, you would change it to positive. So the negative would change. Okay, so I usually say opposite. We'll do some of those in practice. Here's some practice problems that they're showing you. Writing the equation of a line that's parallel going through a point. This can be pretty lengthy process, so be careful. It's easy to make mistakes here. And then here's some more writing the equation of a perpendicular line going through a point. Again, a pretty lengthy process, so be very careful. And then lastly, we have a summary of all the equations and some of the terms. So standard form, slope-intercept form, slope of a line, slope-intercept form, point-slope form. With a horizontal and vertical line, you have parallel, same slope. Perpendicular, have negative reciprocal, or I say opposite reciprocal. Just change the sign. Okay, let's go ahead and do some in Hop.